This lecture is about the histology of mammary gland. The mammary glands are modified sweat glands. Each gland has 15 to 20 radially arranged lobes. Each lobe is compound tubulo-alveolar type of gland. These lobes are separated by dense interlobar connective tissue which contains collagen fibers and fat cells. Each lobe is drained by lactiferous duct which opens onto the nipple. The lactiferous duct divides into interlobular ducts and then intralobular ducts and finally in the terminal ductules. Each terminal ductule leads to multiple alveoli. Now clusters of these alveoli form the lobules of the mammary gland. The histological features of mammary gland depend on the activity of the gland. First, coming to the inactive mammary gland. The inactive mammary gland is characterized by the abundance of connective tissue with minimal glandular element. The glandular element consists of small intralobular ducts, and these ducts are lined by the cuboidal or low columnar epithelium with contractile myoepithelial cells present at the base of the epithelium. So this is the myoepithelial cell at the base of the epithelium. The intralobular ducts are surrounded by loose intralobular connective tissue, and the lobules are surrounded by dense interlobular connective tissue with fat cells. Now coming to the mammary gland during early pregnancy. During pregnancy, the mammary gland undergoes proliferation under the influence of estrogen and progesterone hormones. During first half of the pregnancy, the intralobular ducts undergo rapid proliferation and they form terminal buds that form alveoli. So, in the early pregnancy, alveoli are formed. Most of the alveoli are empty at this stage. Both the alveoli and the intralobular ducts are lined by two layers of cells. These cells are luminal epithelium, which is cuboidal epithelium or low columnar epithelium, and basal myoepithelial cells, which are flattened contractile cells. The intralobular connective tissue is loose and interlobular connective tissue is dense with adipose tissue. The interlobular excretory ducts are seen and they are lined by tall columnar cells. These ducts run in the interlobular connective tissue, and these ducts join the larger lactiferous duct, and these lactiferous ducts are lined by low pseudostratified columnar epithelium. Now coming to the mammary gland during late pregnancy. During pregnancy, the glandular epithelium is prepared for lactation. In the late pregnancy, the alveolar cells become secretory and the alveoli and the ducts both enlarge in size. Some alveoli contain secretory product, but secretion of the milk by the mammary gland begins only after parturition. The amount of the intralobular connective tissue decreases while the amount of interlobular connective tissue increases because of the enlargement of the glandular tissue. So here, because of the enlargement of the glandular tissue, the amount of intralobular connective tissue has decreased while the amount of interlobular connective tissue has increased. The myoepithelial cells surround the alveoli, and these alveoli are lined by the cuboidal or low columnar epithelium. The interlobular connective tissue contains interlobular excretory ducts, the lactiferous ducts, and secretions are seen in their lumina, and some blood vessels and fat cells are also seen. Now coming to the mammary gland during lactation. During lactation, large number of distended alveoli are seen which are filled with secretions and vacuoles. The adipose cells are seen in large amount due to increase in the size of alveoli and increased number of adipocyte cells. The interlobular connective tissue is reduced in amount. The active alveoli are lined by low epithelium and they are filled with milk, and this milk appears eosinophilic with large vacuoles of dissolved fat. The inactive alveoli are lined with taller epithelium and empty lumina. So these are some alveoli are seen which are inactive, and these alveoli are lined by tall epithelium and their lumina are empty, while the active alveoli have secretions in their lumina. The secretory cells show cytoplasmic vacuoles in their apical cytoplasm, and these cells show basal basophilia and apical eosinophilia. The myoepithelial cells are seen between the alveolar cells and the basal lamina, and on the contraction of these myoepithelial cells, milk is expelled into the interlobular excretory ducts. So to summarize the identifying features of the mammary gland, during inactive stage, the mammary gland is characterized by abundance of connective tissue with fat cells and minimal glandular tissue. And so in this stage, there is absence of alveoli, only the intralobular ducts are seen which are lined by cuboidal epithelium or low columnar epithelium. During pregnancy, well developed lobules and duct system is seen, and alveoli are empty and they are lined by simple cuboidal epithelium and associated myoepithelial cells. Some alveolar cells show secretions. Sorry, some alveoli show secretions, and during lactation more prominent glandular element is seen than the connective tissue, and alveoli are distended and filled with secretions and vacuoles. This is all about the histology of mammary gland. Thank you.